Hey everyone, it's Tree.
Hi, it's Trey.
Welcome back to Spade presents Let's Talk.
A series about beauty, friendship, self-expression, and sisterhood in the Black community. In honor of Women's History Month, we're talking about mentoring, leadership, and health and well-being.
And our girl crush today is a fly girl with a servant heart, Ebonie Simpson from the Lower Eastside Girls. Hi, Ebonie.
Woo, woo, woo. Hey Ebonie.
When I went to high school, there was a sorority-led thing, but it wasn't my vibe. The things that I wanted to do, dance and painting and art, I didn't have that. And every single day I walk in the girls' home, I'm like, I wish I had something like this. Joy, power, possibility is our motto. You never know what your potential is and what your purpose is. We want girls in our families to walk into this space knowing that they can do anything and they can do it with joy.
I feel like joy is such a powerful word. And even, maintaining joy, keeping joy, especially dealing with everything that we've been going through over the past year and even coming into this new year.
The Girls Club was founded actually 25 years ago this year because there were 3 full service boys clubs and absolutely nothing for girls. I started off as an intern in college. I was literally 10 years ago. They were doing all this incredible stuff in a little studio space that grew to us being in a now 40,000 square foot facility. And really about to embark on a whole new area of our mission with our new Center for Wellbeing and Happiness, which has been so generously supported by the K-Spade New York Foundation. I'm really, really lucky to be able to now lead the organization as co-executive director.
I benefited from programs like that. And you're right, there are so many young women who need that example, and programs who open their doors for those young women is so important.
We always knew the needs from a health and wellness perspective. It's been ingrained in everything the Girls Club does. We have always served plant-based meals every day for our girls and incorporated educational elements to that, nutrition education, culinary classes, finding ways to adapt recipes that they are used to help understand how to make them healthier and more wholesome. We realize that your community, your neighborhood affects your health outcomes.
Yes.
So if you are not supporting that full community, then the work that we do individually with our girls only goes so far. The journey was personal. Because they look like us, right? They're Black and brown people who have historically been disenfranchised, and we really need robust, deep work done to make these changes.
I know for me, being from the South, the way that we eat is extremely unhealthy. I'm trying to every day be healthy. I try to get my family on board, and sometimes it's hard to change age-old things that they learned. So it's like I can see what you guys are doing for sure is not superficial, because that's a huge point of our community for sure. The way that we eat, it's breaking down barriers to make sure that we all stay healthy, because it starts in the home.
I'm finally able to put into practice the things I kind of knew I needed to do for a long time, like healthy eating, all that. I've always been, wanting to do and doing it, but everyone has their shortcomings and their weak spots. Mine is sweets. I love donuts. I love cookies. I love cake. I love sweets. Like, the problem. I actually have an autoimmune disease, and so that affects my metabolism and affects all these other things. And so I've had to figure out triggers around that, specifically emotional triggers, and recognize that my body is an expert at absorbing stress. So when I'm up late at night watching TV and just my mind is racing, now I know I need to journal. My mind is racing, I need to get this thoughts out. And I now have a therapist. I'm 30 years old. I'm just now getting into therapy. And at the same time, I also have a coach.
I too have an autoimmune disease. And what you just said really inspired me, because I've always known I had it, But I think 2020 literally brought out the worst of that autoimmune disease. To be very frank, I'm not always this open, but I have multiple sclerosis. And sometimes like having it triggers stress constantly. So like being in a pandemic, being home alone, focusing on mental well-being was like my point. I too got a therapist. I'm talking to that person all the time, but take care of self before work, before anything, before taking care of anybody is taking care of yourself, because you can definitely help more people better when you're taking care of yourself first.
Self-care is vital. Who would you say in your family circle is that like sounding board for you?
My parents, my stepmom, who is an incredible woman who has truly, I think, made me who I am. She runs a nonprofit in Dallas that supports victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. She is always someone who I go and lean on for, like, honestly, real woman advice, real growth advice, adult advice. I talk to my mom just to get off my things off my chest. And my dad is always the one I go to around politics, around real world reality stuff.
I go to my grandmother for prayer to keep me grounded for sure. And then I have younger women in my life who I at once were mentoring, who now in turn is mentoring me in life, which is so funny.
You are not just a mentor age because you're older. You can have a mentor who's younger.
I just want to thank you so much for taking the time out and being here with us today. It just means a lot. You're literally our girl crush. Okay.
Oh.